that's going to be this summer. Are they going to do it with crowds?
That's a good question. I don't know yet. So the Japanese prime minister made an announcement, public statement saying, hey, listen, we're going to host the Olympics this summer no matter what. One of the interesting things about it is although it's happening in 21, they're still calling it Tokyo 2020.
Oh, wow.
I think they were saving face for all the marketing material that they already made that cost them billions of dollars, right? To change the 0 to a 1. Is that really worth $5 billion or whatever it may have cost them?
That's interesting.
But it's going to be interesting how they figure it out because the Olympic Village is like a town. There's 10,000 coaches and athletes from every country on the face of the planet, all put into a 1-mile radius on this Olympic campus. And there's just so much interaction, engagement. I'm talking the cafeteria at the Olympic Games is 5 football fields long. They've got a McDonald's, like a full-size McDonald's in the cafeteria in the Olympic Village. They've got foods from all different parts of the country. You've got an Italian station, a Japanese station, American station, and a Pan-African station. They have... It's insane. You have literally thousands of people swirling in at all times. It's 24 hours.
How
you can
many
go get
people
a
are
Big
in
Mac
line
and a
at the
apple
McDonald's
pie
station?
at all times. Bro, like for if you're coming from America, you can go down the street. There's a McDonald's within, a mile of anybody while you're here stateside. But if you're coming from one of these smaller countries, you're coming from Guinea-Bissau or you're coming from, I don't know, Qatar, like you're like, damn, McDonald's sounds pretty good. I don't get this at the crib. Let me go ahead, grab me a little quick couple McChickens, couple double cheeseburgers, put them in the room.
God, but you would think that someone competing in the Olympics would want to fuel their body with the best possible food available.
Some of them know they can't win.
Okay.
Like everyone going to the Olympics isn't expecting to win a medal. Like 90%, very large percentage of the competitors at the Olympic Games, it's a long shot for them to get on the podium. They're going with the expectation like, hey, listen, I'm representing my home country with pride. I am going to a country that I've never been before. Hopefully I can be on TV. My family will be watching me back home. The opening ceremonies is the best experience for them because they get to be in a full packed arena around all the athletes that they've seen on TV, but they know that realistically they're not going to win. So when that McDonald's is open 24 hours, they're like, let's go, bro. We're going here.
Do they have to pay for it?
Free.
Oh, that's good.
Everything's free.
That's good.
So it's an interesting perspective being in the Olympic Village. It's a cool spot.
It's got to be a wild experience to be there. It must feel surreal.
Wild, it's wild. So they're really strict with the way that they administer athletes and people to get in. You have to have a guest list if you want to bring anyone in. They have to be approved 7 days in advance. So let's say my wife, I'm like, hey, I want my wife to come into the Olympic Village, check out our living space, check out the free McDonald's. Then I have to put her on the list 7 days in advance, and it has to be approved by the USOPC and then also, the IOC.
Wow.
And so it's a very
Brazilian athlete in the 2016
bro, they're not
Olympics.
playing, dog. I'm telling you, Joe, like they get it.
After
they get
he was
it in.
done.
He's like,
after he was done.
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense. Well,
he's taking that
out.
all. He's taking that home with him. He's putting that all in his suitcase. He's gonna go start him a little McDonald's of his own when he gets back to the crib. But it's so when you get in the village, you have to. It's almost like going through TSA at an airport. You got to show them your badge. They scan it. You got to get all of your bags checked and make sure that you're good to go. You don't have any thing lethal in your bags. You get inside. And it's literally like an apartment complex, huge apartment complex. Look
at
the line,
that.
Bro.
McDonald's is the most popular restaurant. That's crazy.
That's
a
and
crazy line.
They're not getting salads and chicken selects.
No.
They're getting
burgers.
cheeseburgers and McChickens and I listen, hey, whatever you need to do to be the fastest man in the world, do your thing.
Well, I guess also, like, when you're done, you probably just want to treat yourself. You've probably been eating very strict for a long period of time.
Yeah, crazy.